Align with the global team, Unite, protect the rights of persons with disability to accessible sexual and reproductive health, including gender-based violence intervention. This has become apt as the 2021 report on sexual and gender-based violence amongst persons with disability in Nigeria states that 64% of women with disability were more vulnerable to sexual abuse, while about 36% of men with disability are also vulnerable. The report further stated that 29% of 84 million persons with disabilities in Africa are in Nigeria, of which half of the 25 million are female. Thus, the annual 16 days of activism against gender-based violence is an international campaign observed every year to raise visibility around the call for the elimination of all forms of gender-based violence. The prevalence of violence against women and girls in all its forms in Nigeria is endemic. 2 out of 3 women with disability, 2 out of 3 women in Nigeria experience some form of violence in their lifetime. For women and girls with disabilities, they are often faced with disproportionately high rates of gender-based violence, sexual abuse, neglect, maltreatment, and exploitation. Studies show that women and girls with disabilities are twice as likely to experience gender-based violence compared to women and girls without disabilities. Most vulnerable to violence are children on the autism spectrum, as well as women and girls with hearing, visual, and intellectual disabilities. On the other hand, women and girls affected by
They do not believe in the justice system, and most of them have reported that they would rather leave matters to God than take their issues to the justice service to seek redress. And with these issues, perpetrators continue to um, violate them, and issues of this go unreported. And sometimes we go to hospitals and we want to see the records of women and girls with disabilities that have come to access antenatal care and all of that. And they tell you we don't see them. And we continue to wonder, but we have women and girls with disability having children. So where are they having it? That these questions are things that even as healthcare service provider, as the media, we don't get to ask these questions. But when it comes to violation of women and girls, even the way the media reports it, they focus on trivial issues. You see them reporting, a woman with disability just got married and the world melts. I keep asking the question, what impact does that have on the society? What impact is it making in the life of the person with disability? There are really serious issues that affect the existence of a woman with disability.
All we're asking for is an accessible and an equitable world for everybody, and of course, that includes the area of sexual and reproductive health. People often believe that when you're a person with disability, it's either you are asexual or you shouldn't even think about being sexual at all, or you shouldn't express your sexuality, which is very wrong. And we challenge the media to please highlight the fact that to be sexual is to be human. And as far as you are a human being, you are sexual, whatever the situation is. And that said, when also we talk about being inclusive, having accessible SRH card, we talk about
Laws and they are bothering us. Thank God, here we are with a National Commission for Persons with Disabilities. And we are now saying that that area that is for persons with disabilities, for in case if their rights are being violated, they will be there for help. Maybe the contact will be available to all disability community groups, so that at times if these rights are violated, it used to be difficult for one to access such services. For instance, maybe someone with disability is raped and all that. By getting to the police, before they will take down anything, they will ask of money. You will buy pen, you buy papers, and all that and all that. And this thing
Abuse for women and girls with disabilities. The first problem I think most of the women and girls with disabilities do not report because of the discrimination they actually face in the society. So I think that alone first is a standoff when it comes to reporting this case.
Women and girls with disabilities also have compliance and enforcement unit with a team of lawyers that are ready to prosecute once the case gets to us. Similarly, we have app on the phone you have to tap National Commission of Persons with Disabilities. Once you tap it, you see either where you can report such cases. So wherever you may be in Nigeria, if anyone violates you, if there is rape, you just have to press the phone, and before you know it, the commission team of experts will do help us to help you solve the problem. We just want to join others to create a society that is inclusive. Even in that, our new gender unit of cases of women who are issues with their husband, CBT attack, some have been handled. The compact and enforcement unit have over 200 or so cases that they are handling. We are continuing to partner with them to ensure that we can reach every party in the especially our women and girls with disabilities. Yes, we have the global now. Every opportunity to let people know of the state of this. Do that if you can hear and you can use it, play as you move around.
With respect to sexual and gender-based violence, I think as disabled people organizations, we need to sensitize the beneficiaries more. Who are the beneficiaries? Persons with disabilities. Many of our people do not know their rights. That is one. Secondly, we also need to sensitize families of persons with disabilities.